That's really good. Hey everybody, Chef John here at Urbs and Spices. Just want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. It's coming up soon. And we've been trying to push out as many holiday recipes as possible to give you some options for your Thanksgiving meals or your holiday meals. Today we're going to tackle stuffing. And with stuffing for me, I really like to use fresh bread. It gives me the opportunity to do all the seasoning myself. Sometimes, you know, you buy a stuffing mix from the store and it has a lot of seasonings already baked into it. So that way you can't really customize it yourself. This is Dave's Killer Bread, Raisin the Roof bread. It's a cinnamon raisin bread. It's got some oats, quinoa, and a little bit of sweetness. We'll dice it up, toast it ourselves, and then season it the way that we want to season it. All right, let's get started. It's important that you don't overcrowd the bread on the pan. Make sure it's nicely spread out so it can toast and dry completely. Because the better you can toast it and dry it, the more liquid and flavor this bread can soak up. And then we're going to put it in our 325-degree oven for about 20 minutes or until it's lightly toasted and dried. The bread is finishing up in the oven right now, and that gives us time to start getting the flavoring for the stuffing ready. So the butter in this recipe is in two parts. The first, we're going to use a little bit, or a quarter cup of butter for browning the sausage. All right, let me get the pan on. Do like a medium-high heat because you don't want to burn it, but you do want to get a little bit of color on it. And by using butter instead of oil, we're going to get that nice nuttiness, toastiness that comes with browning in butter. You can use oil though. So the butter's nice and hot. We're going to add our breakfast sausage, pork breakfast sausage, to the pan. Chop it up a little bit. Sausage is browning nicely. Once the sausage is brown, it goes into a bowl. Scrape that in. And then we're going to put the pot back on the stove on medium-high. Add the rest of the butter, onions, and carrots. And we'll cook those down till they get nice and soft. We want to cook this on more of a medium heat. Our carrots and onions have softened up nicely. Going to add our unsalted chicken broth. I always like to use unsalted because it allows me to control the amount of salt I'm putting in the recipe. So unsalted on the butter and unsalted on the broth. And then we'll add our salt into the recipe, stir it around, bring it to a simmer, get all that nice flavor off the bottom of the pan from the vegetables and the sausage. And once that comes to a nice simmer, we'll add that to our bowl with sausage and toasted bread. So we've got all of our components cooked off, ready to put together so that we can get the stuffing in the oven. These are the toasted bread. You can see now they're just like croutons, which is great because they're going to soak up all that great flavor. Got our brown sausage. The broth with the vegetables is on the back right there. Got a couple of eggs and some fresh rosemary. So we'll get this bread in first. Now you don't have to use the raisin bread for this. You can use any bread you'd like. It all works the same. Just the method. Use that method of toasting it first so you can dry it out so it can soak up all the nice flavor. I'm going to add the broth with the butter and the vegetables. the rosemary and the eggs. And we'll stir that all together. Get it really nice. And what you're going to have to do is let it sit for a couple minutes so that the bread does soak up that broth. It's going to seem a little watery at first, but trust me, once the bread does its thing, it will soak it up, and then it's going to continue to soak it up through the baking process. All right, it's mixed nicely. Let's let it sit for 5 minutes. We'll come back, we'll put it in the baking dish, cover it with foil, and put it in the oven. So I let the stuffing sit for about 5 minutes to soak up some of the liquid. We're going to put it in our 13x9 pan. Make sure the oven, it was 325 to toast the bread. We want it 375 to bake the stuffing. And then we'll just put this in our pan. Smooth it out. Got a piece of foil. Wrap it nice and tight. And it's going in the oven for about 20-25 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. I'm going to pull the stuffing out, take a look at it. And if it looks ready, we'll take the foil off and finish it for another 10 in the oven. It looks great. Awesome. Perfect. A little bit of juice left, and it's going back in. We're just going to basically develop a nice toast on the top, and it'll be ready to serve. It looks great. It's got a little bit of browning on top. It's nice and hot right now. I'm going to try it. I know it's straight out of the oven, but I definitely want to give this a try. You want to let it sit for a little while and settle first, but I just can't wait. Thanksgiving is my favorite time of year, and this stuffing is delicious. That's really good. It's hot, but really good. So it's nice because it's got the sweetness from the raisins. There's a little bit of cinnamon in there, rosemary. We've got the pork sausage. It's just a nice symphony of flavors. It's got a lot going on. And what's great is it does reheat very well. So you can take this from here, cool it off, make it a day or two ahead of time. That way, Thanksgiving's a little easier. And then just cover it with foil and reheat it. Thanks for joining me at Herbs and Spices. I'm Chef John. Have a wonderful day.